Hello there YouTube, Devin here again, second video of today, also second video featuring the lovely Carcano. Now this video is going to be more about a specific piece of the Carcano, and it's going to be how to, remove and disassemble and maintain your bolt. So in order to remove your bolt from all models of Carcano rifle, you hold the trigger down and work the action, and bolt should come right out of the back of the gun. Set the rest of the rifle aside for cleaning later, or so, if you want. And so here we have our bolt, which basically comprises a few parts. It's the bolt itself, the extractor, which you really don't need to take off unless there's an issue with it. So there's kind of the bolt handle, bolt sleeve, locking lugs, and then there is the little nut that holds everything together here on the back, and then there's the cocking piece itself, and then your firing pin and spring and safety. And so we're going to start by disassembling this. Now this is a very easy bolt to disassemble, so if you are somebody who doesn't like to disassemble your bolts, I kind of recommend you do to check for rust and stuff like that under there, because a lot of bolts and stuff, especially on old surplus stuff, is left in the white. And even if your bolt is blued on the outside, which helps prevent it with corrosion, a lot of the parts on the inside usually aren't. So, so we're going to start by decocking the bolt, and it works a lot like a Mosin bolt. So you're going to want to pull and twist, because otherwise your cocking piece is resting in that little kind of divot there in the bolt itself. And then once we get it all decocked, as you can see, the cocking piece here is a little loose. Now there's a button right here. You want to depress that with like your fingernail, and then rotate this. Rotate the nut that houses everything off. Should be pretty easy, couple turns. There you go, boom. Alright, and then you can pull your cocking piece off, just like that. And then to remove the safety, which is holding the firing pin in, and the firing pin spring, it's pretty easy. There's a little lug here, and you're going to follow that into a channel. And up here, if I can get it to go in the light, there's a little channel that runs sideways in here. So when you want to depress the safety, okay, and that'll watch that lug, see how that lug went down, and then you follow it up in this little channel. Alright, so all the way up would be like safety on when it was in the rifle, and you want to depress it just a little bit, okay? So run it down that channel, and then there's, if you could see that right there where it's going to turn, there's a little milled out hole right there. And keep following that, and boom, there you go. It slides right up. And then here's your firing pin spring. And your firing pin itself. So there's that little, you can see it there on the inside, that little inner channel that the safety little lug there runs in. So now, you lube all these parts up. As you see, mine are pretty well lubed. You just do everything in reverse. So, can check all that cool stuff. See how that slides on. Make sure that fits real nice. Put your firing pin spring back on. So now be careful with this, because you could lose an eye. Obviously this stuff is slippery because you just lubed it, hopefully. And that spring is pretty heavy, so you want to make sure you have a nice firm grasp on that before you start just pushing it in, because it will come back at you. It's a pretty tough spring. Now there's a flat milled into the firing pin right here, and that has to line up with a corresponding kind of lug, that little like dimple right there on the inside. So you got to make sure you line those two things up, or otherwise they will not fit together very well, unfortunately. Man, I'm getting grease all over my good chair here. That's alright though. It's all for science, for learning. Come on, gotta get that perfectly lined up there so it'll fit on correctly. It only goes like one way. So there we go. And then you just thread your little cocking piece back on, and it won't go all the way. So like you can see, like a lot of people complain that theirs like won't tight, but if you rotate it tight all the way, it's not gonna like work right. So like as you can see, mine, it has to be walked off, and so it looks like it's a little loose right here, and it is, but that's by design. So you're able to turn this cocking piece a little bit, and there's some space there. And then all you have to do is grab a hold of the sear here. It's kind of a finger breaker a little bit. Or alternatively, you can just set the safety, pull the thing back out. Rotate it up to that little dimple, and then you can slide it right back into your rifle. Good as new. Should be worked and now all lubed, cleaned, and all set. So we'll get the rifle back in the shot here, and we'll put it in, and it should run just fine. Good as new. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. As you can see, the Carcano is a masterfully simple action to clean and maintain, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, learned something new. If you haven't ever taken yours apart before, hopefully this shows you it's real easy, so you can get in there and do some cleaning. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.